The Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world and covers approximately 20% of the Earth's surface. It drives our weather patterns and is home to countless species. It separates the Old World from the New World and is wildly beautiful. But for those who travel and work on it, it can be treacherous and unforgiving. The graveyard of the Atlantic, which stretches from the Outer Banks of North Carolina to the waters off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, have claimed thousands of ships and lives since record-keeping began in the 1500s. Ships under sail in these areas would have to contend with shifting sandbanks, rocky coastlines, thick fogs, and rapidly developing gales, which would often sink ships unlucky enough to be caught in them. In the northern Atlantic, the Northumberland Strait is a narrow body of water running between Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Despite boasting some of the warmest waters north of Virginia, it is the backdrop to one of Canada's most chilling, spine-tingling, and interesting ghost stories, the ghost ship of the Northumberland Strait. The legend dates back over 200 years. Many who have seen the ghost ship describe her as a beautiful ship, equipped with 3 to 4 masts and sails of pure white, all of which are engulfed in flames. The ship has been seen hundreds of times at different points all along the Northumberland shore, at many different times of year, but particularly in the fall. Witnesses describe seeing the ship's masts and sails in flames, and even seeing ghostly crew members climbing on the decks and up and down the rigging as it burns. These sightings are so real in appearance that in 1900 a group of men boarded a small boat to row out to the ship, intent on saving the desperate crew. They were amazed as they approached the ship as it disappeared into thin air before their eyes. Many witnesses have gone on record over the years as having experienced this ghostly apparition. Of course, there are some with a more skeptical nature that have tried, in my opinion unsuccessfully, to explain the legend away as a naturally occurring electrical phenomenon known as St. Elmo's fire. Others have suggested that it's simply an illusion caused by moonlight reflecting on fog banks, or an artifact of an overactive and suggestible imagination. In my opinion, it's none of these things. Although I have never seen the famous ship myself, I have spoken with many who have, including one man who witnessed the ship along with over 50 of his fellow Boy Scouts during a camping trip near Malagash. Others I've spoken to have conceded that although fog or some other natural phenomenon might explain the outline of the ship and its masts, it certainly does not explain to them why they had clear images of men on the deck and running in the rigging. In speaking with these witnesses, it's clear that she has left a mark on all who have seen her, as well as on Canadian culture. Many stories and songs have been written in her honor. In June of 2014, Canada Post adapted a special stamp depicting her fiery journey, which they issued on Friday the 13th. From learning of these experiences and reading more of the history of shipwrecks in the area, it is my belief that the ship may be one of two things. It may be a true residual haunting, which is like an echo of something that actually may have happened on the strait. In researching the archives at the Maritime Museum, I discovered that they have a database of almost 5,000 wrecks that have happened in and around Nova Scotia, but they estimate that up to 25,000 shipwrecks may actually be in existence. In researching these archives, I discovered that many ships have sunk in the Northumberland Strait, but one in particular grabbed my attention. The Richard Thompson. It wasn't listed as sunk or scuttled or demasted, simply as missing in 1890. So it is my belief the ghost ship may be one of many things. It may be a true haunting, possibly the Richard Thompson, still looking to come to a safe harbor, or it may be a residual haunting of another type. It may also be a forerunner a warning, as the ghost ship is often seen right before a bad storm. The truth may never be known, but the stories go on and have endured for generations. Was she one of the many claimed by the Atlantic Ocean? Just one of many of the shipwrecks that lay like bones on the ocean floor? No one can say for sure. But if you visit the East Coast and find a strange northeastern wind coming in and a storm brewing off in the distance, you too may be lucky enough to see the ghost ship of the Northumberland Strait.